As the Story Grows, I'm Brian Patton. Today we welcome AXTY frontman Felipe Mendes Hervoso Martins to the podcast. AXTY will release their Napalm Records debut, The Pain Made Me Who I Am, this Friday. Felipe talks about the influence of Guitar Hero on his musical journey, switching from guitarist to frontman, the band's musical evolution to add more deathcore to their sound, being vulnerable on the new album, and more. I mentioned it in this interview, but The Pain Made Me Who I Am really feels like if Lorna Shore was a metalcore band. It's a phenomenal record, and I hope you check it out on Friday when it drops. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of As the Story Grows. If you're brand new to the podcast, welcome. You can find links in our show notes or at asthestorygrows.com for our mailing list, our Discord server, and our Patreon page. We had another comment left over on YouTube on chapter 739 with Jaya from The Hue. Chola Ranch said, listening to this program, I'm very much appreciating this presentation. Having followed the Who band since they first played here in Texas, these well-considered questions and Jaya's responses result in a better understanding of the strengthy framework that inspires such a skilled and wholly committed artist. Thank you all for sharing. Thanks for leaving that comment. If you leave a comment on the podcast, whether that's on YouTube, whether that's on Apple, I will read it here on an episode. So go ahead and leave a comment. I love seeing people engaging and interacting with the show. Enjoy today's conversation with Felipe from AXTY.
I'm nothing but pain. I'm nothing but pain. I'm nothing but pain. I'm nothing but pain.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm sorry for the delay. I was entertained editing some videos.
It's all good, man. Things happen. How you doing today?
I'm good. How about you?
Doing great, man. I'm doing great. Excited to have you on. Where in Brazil are you?
We're from a city called Campinas.
Okay.
It's a city 1 hour away from São Paulo. So
Okay, cool.
We tell everyone we're from São Paulo.
I mean, this is the way it works, right? Like, nobody knows small towns. You're just like, I'm from this big city.
Exactly.
It's like, cool. Much easier that way. What I'm curious. I think you're the first Brazilian musician I've talked to, or at least the first like active in the scene. I think everybody leaves eventually, but like, what's the metal scene like in Brazil and in São Paulo and like that area?
It's getting better. It was like really dead a few years ago. But I guess because of the pandemics, everyone was like missing shows and bands, and a lot of bands popped up because of the pandemic. So yeah, it's getting better.
That's cool. Is it like a good kind of multi-genre scene, or is it pretty segregated between like death metal or metalcore or thrash or whatever, right?
No, I feel like the Brazilian fans, they like a lot of different things, you know?
Nice. What was growing up like for you, and then kind of how do you discover music and heavy music?
So for me personally, it was because of Guitar Hero.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because of the game. Lamb of God Lay to Rest was one of the songs on it.
Nice.
And that caught my attention, and then because of that I started playing guitar.
Nice.
Yeah, that was like 20 years ago, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's the main cause I started. And then I started discovering some metalcore bands, and here we are.
Nice. You're not the first person to mention Guitar Hero. I think there's a whole generation who like picked up that game and then like, I don't know, yeah, Lamb of God or Killswitch or Dragon Force pops on. And you're like, holy shit, right?
Yeah, that's life changing.
Yeah, completely alters your ability. Because I think like the generation before that had like Slipknot on MTV, and then after that it was like you have Guitar Hero.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is pretty cool. When you were younger and you're first starting to discover music, was there a local scene for you to get involved in? Was starting bands difficult, or?
To be honest, when I was younger, I was like only into the big metal scenes,
Okay.
big metal acts. Sorry. I wasn't really into the smaller metal scene. In Brazil, and that's one thing that I'm ashamed of. I wish I started like trying my own stuff sooner, but yeah. I was mainly playing in cover bands and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Playing Metallica and that kind of stuff.
Let's talk about the band. AXTY, is that supposed to be anxiety, or how would you pronounce that?
Exactly, yeah. When we started, we were called Anxiety, but no one could find us, so we shorted to AXTY, and that kind of sounds like a I don't know, sounds like its own name, like Limp Bizkit or something like that, you know? Corno. Yeah.
How'd the band get started?
It all started with me. I was a guitar player. AXTY Anxiety was a instrumental act, more focused on jam and shit like that. I was in a pretty rough position in my life, dealing with a lot of mental health issues, and that's where the name came from. And yeah, I started like alone, just me, my guitar in my room.
Nice.
That was in 2017, I guess. And then something came up in my mind, like, I don't even like instrumental music. What the fuck am I what the fuck am I doing? And then like I was looking for a vocalist and drummers and that, and we couldn't find a vocalist, so it was easier to find a guitarist and a bass player. So because of that, I started singing, and then I kind of found myself again singing.
What were you? I mean, did you sing as a child or as a teenager, or was it like you're kind of starting from a baseline of zero and have to teach yourself to scream and sing? And
no, I was trying to learn how to scream earlier because of the influences like Lamb of God and that Trivium too. I was doing some backing vocals on the bands I was playing, so that was like, I can try, but it wasn't in my plans to quit guitar and start singing.
Yeah. Did you ever take lessons once you started, or was it all just kind of self-taught? Or I guess by this point you can use the internet and like there's YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like,
in the very beginning, I learned alone. I was a self-taught vocalist, but then I started hurting myself and like spitting blood. And then I started looking for some coaches and something like that around my city, and then everything changed again because I learned how to do drives and stuff like that, and that changed the way I was singing at the moment. Because when we first started, I was that kind of person that only liked like screaming parts and then singing parts, you know. And then after I started taking lessons, I learned how to like sing like Rory from The Seeker, you know that band? Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't one of my main influences on the singing side, and then I learned how to sing like that, and then everything changed,
Nice.
and that's basically it.
Nice. When you take over vocals and kind of the band shifts sounds, like from doing something that's very genty, like how does the sound of the band evolve? Because like I admittedly only listened to the new record, but like the new record, basically, if I had to sum it up, I'd say if Lorna Shore was a metalcore band. Like, so how did that kind of sound evolve and come about over the years?
We started as a like metalcore only act, and then somewhere in the way, we started liking deathcore.
Nice.
And then there was this song that it was a We Came as Romans featuring Brand of Sacrifice song. I guess it was Dark Bloom.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a metalcore song, but with a deathcore breakdown at the end, and that kind of changed the way we were seeing, enjoying breakdowns, and we leaned into the deathcore sound more and more because of that. And yeah, I would say that we are like a deathcore / metalcore band.
Yeah.
Like if I don't know, Wage War had deathcore breakdowns, or if Lorna Shore had choruses.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, you got like the crazy vocal animal noises going on.
Yeah, exactly.
It's impressive. Like a few times I had to check. I'm like, did they get Will to feature on this record? No, that's just him doing it. Like he's killing it. Like
yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
It was great. You guys signed with Napalm Records. How'd you get connected with the label, and what makes Napalm a good fit for the band?
Napalm reached a year ago, I guess. After we released This May, they reached out and said that they were interested in working together, and that was a no-brainer because we were like, we had just quit a Brazilian label, and we were like trying to figure it out what to do next, and they showed up, and that was awesome. We're like quite huge in the scene, so it was a pleasure signing with Napalm Records.
This album's called The Pain Made Me Who I Am. What kind of things is this, like the band kind of reintroducing itself or introducing itself to the world? Where did that title come from, and what was inspiring you from a lyrical perspective?
That title came from that exactly phrase. It's something I tell myself every day, like, if I like and I enjoy where I am now in my life, that is due to every hard and painful decision I took, or like everything that happened. Mm-hmm. So The Pain Made Me Who I Am is I don't know how to say it, but it's a very, very heavy album for us lyrically. And that's probably the most painful and meaningful lyrics I've ever written. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just kind of personal life stuff and the kind of that journey through whatever mental health struggles to get here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The artwork for this album is just like crazy amazing. Who did the cover art for you guys?
It's an artist from São Paulo. She's called Barbara.
Okay. Nice. Did you just give her the album and let her go for it, or was this a painting you saw, or how'd the
No,
concept come about?
we had some ideas in mind, and that fits a lot the theme, the Pay Me Who I Am, you know, because like I said, we enjoy where we are, but that comes with some trauma, you know.
Yeah.
That's the painting.
Yeah. The album is out and middle August. You guys have, looking on your website, there's a show in July and a show in November, both in Brazil. What's the plan for playing live and shows?
We had a tour scheduled for September, but unfortunately,
Oh no.
unfortunately, we had a drop off. I don't think there will be any tours this year.
Okay.
But I hope early next year we got to tour a lot. So
Yeah. Is it tough having that album come out and then like having to cancel this tour and not be able to play?
yeah, that's really tough. That's a bummer.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Life happens.
yeah, shit happens.
Turn me apart, I'll grow myself ashamed.